Hi, so we are going to learn about energy today by doing a word sort. And the first thing that I'm going to want to have you do is to partner up with another person. I don't have another person, so I'm going to work by myself. But for students, I would like you to pair up. If there's an odd number, go ahead and get into a small group. And then I'm going to hand you some cards. The cards today that I have are conduction, potential, kinetic, convection, energy, and radiation. And then once you have seen all the cards that you have, I want you and your partner or group to put them into categories that you think are appropriate based off your prior knowledge before we read the lesson. So for me, I am going to put energy, kinetic, and potential into one group. And then the next group, I'm going to have radiation, convection, and conduction. So let's read the lesson and see if I put those into the right categories. You cannot always see energy, but it is everywhere. Energy is the ability to do work. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. The energy of the universe is constant, and we use it all the time. We use energy to break down and digest food in our bodies and to power our televisions, cars, and computers. There are two ways that energy can be classified: potential energy or kinetic energy. Potential energy is the amount of energy something has stored inside of it. If you are sitting in a chair not moving, you have potential energy. Different forms of potential energy include chemical and mechanical. Kinetic energy is energy of an object in motion. If you are running, then you have kinetic energy. Different forms of kinetic energy include electrical, thermal, light, solar, sound, and hydro. We will further investigate thermal energy and how it is transferred. Thermal energy is heat energy produced when the molecules of a substance vibrate. The more heat a substance has, the more that its molecules will vibrate. Thermal energy is transferred in three different modes: conduction, radiation, and convection. Conduction is the transfer of heat by direct contact. For example, if you touch a hot stove, then that heat was transferred by conduction. Radiation is the emission of electromagnetic waves that transfer heat between entities not in direct contact. For example, sunlight is a form of radiation. And lastly, convection is the transfer of heat by movement of air or liquid past a surface. For example, in a hot air balloon, the gas from the fire raises the balloon. And so now we can look back at our categories that we have made. Let's review them. I have energy, kinetic, and potential in one category. And then we have conduction, radiation, and convection in another. And if we go back to the text, we can see that energy can be classified in two different forms, potential and kinetic. So we can see that that category is correct. And then if we go down to the thermal energy section of the text, we can see that convection, radiation, and conduction are all different modes that thermal energy can be transferred, so we know that that is right as well. And that is the end of our word sort strategy.